Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am here. Let's set this up a little bit better. We'll do this for now. I am here with the wonderful Three Dubs. We have a couple potential more people hopping on here. Let me send those links out. I'll be honest. I'm really excited. I've been really excited all week because this is going to be my makeshift kind of end of the year discussion. We're gonna talk about 2022, crazy year it's been, some of our favorite projects, what we liked, maybe didn't like, and also next year because I'm really excited for next year and kind of just how everything's going to go. Sorry, I'm very distracted right now. Three Dubs, how was your Christmas? As I send these invites out, how was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was invited to like DJ Eric's, but I couldn't make it because of the fact that you don't ditch your family. So
Sure.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't go through with it. But uh, it was pretty fun. I got new headphones, some new clothes. The use that you don't like usually buy for yourself.
Sure. Christmas is a great time to get like new clothes and all new or not shoes, but like all that kind of fun stuff that maybe you don't
Yeah.
normally want.
Yeah, I don't normally buy shoes because they're like $50, and
Sure.
I'm not like I will walk barefoot because that's expensive.
Yeah.
But I try to um, when I need shoes, I'll be like, you know what, Christmas shoes.
Sure. Hello, CVO. I'm sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. How's it
It's
going?
okay. It's going good. How are you guys?
Not too bad. It's great to have you on the channel. I've seen you around Twitter for like many years, so it's cool to finally interact with you. For sure,
Yeah,
for
same
sure.
here, man. Same here.
How was your Christmas? We're kind of going around talking about how our Christmases were.
Well, I don't celebrate Christmas,
Oh,
so
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's okay. No, it's
I
okay. But
always forget. Yeah,
How's your holidays?
yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah, my holiday's pretty good actually. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet too. So yeah.
Very good, very good. I haven't said mine yet. Mine was very good. It was very hectic. I worked like all the week, like leading up to Christmas, so I was pooped by the time I actually got here. But it was really good.
Mm.
Um, so I don't like structuring my things too much. I kind of just like having fun, looking at the comments, seeing what conversations come up as we kind of start our topics. But just like right off the bat, Three Dubs, we can start with you. Was there like what was your favorite? If it was a TV show, a movie, what was some of your favorite projects of 2022?
On my channel or just in
Just
general?
like stuff from like movies that came out,
Oh,
TV came
movies.
out, books, whatever it is. Like from 2022, what were some of your favorite things?
I wasn't expecting to like the Batman that much, but it turned out that it was really good. Because uh, I was not too keen on Ben Affleck either. I was proven wrong with that too. So, because I seen Daredevil. Uh, um, uh, I was actually let me think. What movies did come out in 2020? I haven't seen the Avatar, but I've seen the first one. Uh, let's see. Wasn't there any Marvel movie? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Wakanda Forever was really good. So
Mm-hmm.
I was really looking forward to that. It was kind of a send off to Chadwick Boseman. Very emotional beginning. I was pretty moved with the story, and uh,
Sure,
I think
sure.
I well the one that was really redundant is Black Widow because we know she's dead. So I'm like, if
Was that
not Black Widow,
was that this year? I thought that was
yeah,
last year.
I thought it was.
I I think it's 2021. I
Well,
think
2019 all the way to
I know.
2022 is kind of like merged together because it's all the
Sure,
bad years.
Sure.
So I mean,
Oh,
I
for
thought
sure.
Phase 4 came out like all at once in 1 year.
Yeah.
Let me think. In TV, She-Hulk was pretty good.
She-Hulk was
I
this
had to
year.
laugh that they kind of like made fun of all the haters on the online. That they were like, we see you. We're just going to do this, show show like literally everyone that hated on the video before it came out.
So,
That was pretty funny.
Uh, CVO, do you have any projects or movies or whatever that you were just really loved?
yes, I have a few. First off, the Batman, amazing movie. I love the Batman. It was before it came out, I was like, I don't know about it. But then after I watched it, I was like, yep, I love this movie. Best movie of 2022. I don't care what anyone thinks. This movie is just perfect. I know it's
Sure.
very long. I know it's very long, but it was so good. I love them.
Sure.
Uh, for shows, I gotta say The Flash season 8. I gotta say that season. That season was perfect, man. Stranger Things season 4 too, perfect. Love
Yes.
that show so much. Cobra Kai season 5.
Loved it.
And Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That one was good too.
Yeah, I agree with most of those. I love Cobra Kai. I saw on your Twitter you love Cobra Kai. Love the season. So good.
But yeah, that's basically it, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about the Batman. I definitely think that was I don't want to say a surprise because I always thought it was going to be good, but I wasn't really expecting what that movie would offer. And it's kind of crazy to think like this year we started a new DC universe. Like we already know that's going to spawn off many spin-offs and sequels and new stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy that like we have this, and then potentially in 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we're getting a new DC universe with James Gunn. So it's kind of crazy. We have a lot of shit like universes are ending, but they're also starting up at the same time, which is kind of interesting. Um, what do you guys? I'm seeing a lot of people talk about Thor: Love and Thunder. What was everyone's thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder?
I
I
didn't watch
fe-
that.
I
didn't watch
actually fun fact, during the running scene of Thor growing up, his son, Chris Hemsworth's son, was in it. And then Gore's daughter is also Chris Hemsworth's daughter, real life.
Yes.
That was fun. Fun fact. um, so it was kind of, it was a okay movie. People, some jokes don't come off like other jokes do. Some people won't get it. Some people will laugh. Some people will like, that's not funny.
Sure.
it.
Or it's too slapstick or campy or whatever. It's a it's a it's a it's a Ragnarok movie. I mean, you know he set the tone for Ragnarok and he kept with it.
Sure.
So, so I didn't expect it to change.
Yeah, I definitely think I like and dislike Thor: Love and Thunder because there's things I enjoy, obviously, but I definitely think that there was a bar, and I think he passed that bar, and I think it went maybe a little bit over what maybe I would have liked.
He went
Um,
overboard with the jokes.
it reminded me. This is a really weird ass comparison. I'm so sorry, but like it reminded me of Legend season 2 to Legend season. I'm sorry, Legend season 3 to Legend season 4, where they're like, oh, comedy works here. I like this, and then 4, they're like, all right, let's do everything. Let's go way over the top and way just completely out there. Um,
And I believe the joke started happening on Legends after the death of Stein.
yeah, a little bit. I think.
They're like, yeah, let's do it more here, but they only did it like once or twice in throughout the
Yeah,
Stein.
season 3. I mean, the first half definitely did it to an extent, but
But well, for me, I feel like after season 5, I couldn't keep watching the show. It just went downhill for me after season 5. I couldn't finish it. I just did not like the show anymore. The jokes are not even that funny anymore.
that's
And
fair.
Sarah, and also Sarah Lance, they ruined that character for me. Like honestly,
Well,
That's
it
fair.
is an original character, so
I think the show it's a different show than when it started out. And I think that's for some people, and sometimes it's not, and I think that's okay. And shows are going to evolve in certain ways, and I think it's for some people and it's not for some others. I didn't learn to love the show again until about the final season. And then I felt like I could fully accept this new show they had created, but it took me a while for sure.
Yeah.
CVO, did you like Thor: Love and Thunder? I don't remember if you gave your
I
thoughts
didn't
on it.
watch it. I'm not planning to watch it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not a
Oh
huge
no,
fan.
you're good.
Because I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it,
Sure.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry, just looking at the comments, seeing what some other people are saying. Kata said this year he watched Wednesday, The Boys, Andor, Stargirl, Miss Marvel were my favorites. I enjoyed most of those. I think. Are
I need
there
to watch
any?
Wednesday. That one's good. I heard that one's good.
Mhm.
Wednesday's on my watch list. The boys I've seen, Stargirl I've seen, and Miss Marvel. Yeah, all great shows.
Yeah, I out of that list, I watched episode 1 on Wednesday. I liked it. I haven't got to watch more yet, but I will. The Boys was great as normal. I love The Boys. Um, Andor, good show. Wasn't for me though. Um,
It's too slow. I mean, Obi
I
Wan
think
was
it's.
slow, but that was more knowledgeable.
I legitimately think it's one of the best things Disney Plus has put out. I just don't think it was made for me. I don't think I'm going to love every Star Wars project. I like Star Wars, but I'm not going to like every project. I'm not a big space guy, so
I'm
um,
a Jedi guy, so anything
sure,
that anything that doesn't have a laser sword, I'm like, really?
sure.
I mean, it's just shooting laser blasters now. I mean, get it, Star Wars, but I would kind of want to see a Jedi.
We got more of that coming up though, because next year we have
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. That's right, yeah. But I love Stargirl. Obviously, I've talked about it on this channel a lot. Love that show.
And Rebels. What's his name? Ezra. He's going to be in it.
Sure.
Hoping for a spinoff though, because again, Jedi.
Acolyte too. I'll be honest. I know nothing about that show. I don't know. You have a Star Wars profile in your um a picture inside your profile. CVO. Are there any like Star Wars project that you're really excited for?
Well, no. Honestly, like now, the Star Wars projects are not that great anymore, man. Like I used to love the projects, but like Kenobi, I think Kenobi was okay. I do think there were
Hmm.
some missed opportunities in that show. Like we could have got more Vader and Obi-Wan and more flashbacks, but instead they focus on another character that I'm not gonna say their name, but it was just annoying. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like. I would say I'm a very casual Star Wars guy. Like I'm not gonna watch everything that comes out, but if something catches my eye, Kata
Yeah.
asked, excited for about Bad Batch season 2. I didn't watch season 1, so I can't answer this.
That character, the person
Okay.
saying the that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm more of a Mando fan than I am a Star Wars fan. So I'm very excited for Mando season 2 next year.
Season 3.
Season 3. Oh, that's right. I always keep thinking it's season 4 because of
Oh, they have announced season 4 though.
yeah.
So.
But I keep thinking it's 4 because of what we got in Boba Fett. It's like, oh yeah, like they finished off the cliffhanger from last season, but we still haven't seen season 3, but that's
Well,
okay.
it's more like they wanted to give you a tease because they didn't come back
Yeah,
as soon
sure.
as it's a they didn't come back like within a year or so of like
Sure.
normal. Boba Fett was the new series, so they tried to give you a little tease about Mando, what he's been, because they met in their series. It's a spinoff of Mando.
Yeah,
So they wanted to integrate some of that what's going to happen in season 3 into Boba Fett. So they
sure.
gave you so now he's no longer a Mandalorian with air quotations. He's always going to be a Mandalorian. He's just one that took off his helmet.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, as far as Star Wars go, though, I definitely think they're in a very weird place, and I know we're changing leaders again over at Disney, but I think they need to get back into the theater. I love shows; everyone knows that. Shows is where my love thrives, but I think they need to get back into the theater. I
Yeah,
think
we
there's
haven't done
nothing.
one since when? Like 2019, I think.
Yeah, I think 2019 was the last one,
Okay.
which it's quite insane if you think about it. Like Star Wars is such a big deal to movie theaters and moviegoers, and I think there's always going to be something special. Just like Marvel movies for me, I loved like seeing it on the big screen and experiencing that in the theater. So
It's going to the next Star Wars movie is in I think 2025.
yeah, for now, I think I don't know. I guess it depends what all, because we don't even know what's all even happening, what's actually going to get made and what's not. Things are
You
getting
know,
canceled all the
I
time.
have an idea actually. Hold up. You guys know in Kenobi the Inquisitors?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe they can make a movie about that. Like I feel like that would have been much better than Kenobi because at this point Kenobi wasn't Kenobi. It was about the Inquisitors, right? It wasn't about Kenobi. So
no, it was more about Obi-Wan going out of his, like,
yeah,
he didn't actually stay on Tatooine.
that is
If there was like a rebels mission, he ventured out to protect Luke and Leia
oh, okay.
in the shadows, because we only know what when he died. We only know when he died, which is Episode 4, the first movie.
Yeah.
uh, he died in his like 60s, but there's like many years between that. So obviously he didn't just stay in one place in hiding. He helped out at once in a while with under the radar, and Darth Vader was kind of mad because he can't kill him because he has one of those. It's a kind of like a funny Godplex scenario where what's going to happen because
Yeah.
he survives anytime he goes out. So it's kind of I was like unfortunate to watch it out of order, so I knew that Anakin was Darth Vader. I knew Palpatine was the Sith.
Yeah.
I was like it took away the mystery of episode 1, 2, and 3. That's why I didn't really like it, but I liked 7, 8, and 9 more than 1, 2, and 3 because I didn't know what's going to happen. I was like trying to wrap my head around who Ray was because they kept like teasing this and that, and then it wasn't very good of them to switch directors because the tone changed
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
and the the story changed, the character development changed. Like you saw, force sensitive Finn, and he was teased as a Jedi. Uh, in episode 8, they like tore that away.
Yeah.
So I mean, and then also Ryan Johnson got asked to make a trilogy. Tawaki Wahidi, I think I said his name right. Also got asked to do a Star Wars film in theaters, and what's her name from Patty Jenkins got asked to do a Star Wars film.
So I can't. I'm not that big into Star Wars, so you guys will have to answer this one. How do you guys feel about the change of lightsabers in look and mechanics of how it kind of works? Now,
Uh,
I haven't noticed too much about that kind of stuff,
There,
so
there's a big notice. It's harder to cut someone in half now.
Yeah, honestly, I like the how it looks now. I'm not a huge fan of it, but how it looks before it was way better. This is just my
Sure.
opinion.
It's more realistic now than it was
Yeah,
back
that's
in
what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
4, 5, and 6. Because now, because if you, I think 1, 2, and 3 had the same thing where if you came in contact with skin, it will cut your whole hand off.
Hmm.
Um, uh, I kind of like the fact that they broke that record of the second movie someone loses a hand.
Yeah.
Because Anakin lost his hand in the second movie, but first Luke lost his hand in the second movie. So it's kind of nice to see Ray with full appendages.
Sure.
But
Yes.
the way when I saw Finn get struck by the lightsaber with Kylo Ren, I expected him to go in half because he struck him. Because like what the? I mean, he's still alive. If that were the case, Qui-Gon Jinn would still be alive.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Because he only got like a prick. And in the whole and he also got gutted by Ray in the final one, and he survived because obviously he didn't die instantly, but I mean Qui-Gon Jinn could have survived that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I think like Star Wars is just one of those franchises for me that like that's not something I would even notice. Like I kind of just put it on. I'm like, all right, cool, next thing, But I think it's a franchise that I want more out of, and I want to see them do other things. And I think they're heading in that direction. Same with Marvel, where they are trying some different things and some different genres. And I think you got a good future ahead with them. Seems like most people in the chat are really excited for Ahsoka next year. I think that's a seems like I haven't seen Clone Wars, right? But that's a character that I've seen like so much love for, and just so many people wanting to see those characters in live action. I think that's just such a cool.
What's kind of funny
Good.
is in episode 3, Ahsoka was never mentioned, and by then he would have had a Padawan.
Hmm.
It's kind of like they didn't think about it until they thought about it. uh, where is I think the only time they thought about it was in Clone Wars, where Ahsoka would be a Padawan of Anakin, but he was never actually a Jedi Master. He was a Jedi Knight, but um, them approving because they had literally Obi-Wan had to forcefully be like, I'm going to train Anakin. He wasn't even a Jedi Master at the time. He kind of like begged Yoda to approve it.
Sure.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
was it's a I didn't know about Ahsoka until um I watched the Clone Wars and the animation. I'm like, are they going to mention it in the movies? Because if they don't, it's not canon for me.
Sure.
And then they,
Oh,
but
sorry.
I call Mando canon, so
Yep.
because they did it, they have a time frame because they upfront at least said it's after the events of 6. So for me, that's canon enough.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, there's a couple shows that I kind of wanted to mention from 2022 that I really enjoy. I think I've dived into some like exploring the genre a little bit, exploring outside of just like the superhero stuff. So I loved Barry this year. I don't know if anybody watched Barry over on HBO. I was a big fan of Better Call Saul, the final season. That was amazing. Um, Along with we had some again great comic book content. We had Peacemaker season 1, loved Peacemaker, loved Stargirl, loved Harley Quinn, all that kind of fun stuff. And Stranger Things as well. I think Stranger Things had a just an absolutely kick butt season. anyone are there any other shows that people want to bring up before we kind of move on to maybe some of these other movies?
No, I don't think so.
No. I think
non-comic book. Let me think.
doesn't just have to be comic book either. It can be
Oh.
any movie or show or anything.
Um,
I think I saw someone bring up Moon Knight earlier. Were you guys a big fan of like Moon Knight?
yeah, it was
Hello.
uniquely
Oh,
interesting.
Hi.
Moon Knight was like, it's a project that Marvel hardly ever does. Like Moon Knight, the TV show, is the only incarnation of live action that we've seen. So it's kind of like a test subject. So it was actually pretty. The story was a little boring. You had to pay attention, otherwise you missed something. It was very slow. But the action scenes were spot on. The choreograph was awesome. The effects were awesome. The acting, the personality was awesome. The different personalities. But yeah, it was an okay show.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't vibe with Moon Knight. I felt like it was one I was supposed to vibe with, and most people did. I don't know. I didn't connect with it, and it was probably one of my least favorite of phase. What are we in 4? Phase 4.
Yeah, phase 4.
Rex,
Can you
did
guys
you like
hear me?
Moon Knight? We hear
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Okay.
Were you a fan of a Moon Knight?
It was my second favorite Disney Plus show.
Okay, cool. Definitely. I know there's a lot of people that are a big fan of that show. Do you think it's gonna get like a season 2?
It's looking like it, yeah.
Cool. I definitely think it will. I think it's a hit for many people. I think it's a character that people want to see again, and I'm glad it got made. It just wasn't one of personal like my favorites. CBO, did you like a Moon Knight or did you not watch it?
I still haven't finished it. I'm still on episode 3, so
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I thought it was like a one season done because I think they're introducing characters so that they can bring them into like Avengers Secret Wars. I think She-Hulk's going to be in Secret Wars. I think Moon Knight's going to be in it. Daredevil. A lot of the things that we got introduced in season phase 4, I think, are going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, possibly. I'm definitely going to be curious to see what projects get second seasons and which ones stay as like a limited series. I think Moon Knight's probably season 2, and I would say probably Miss Marvel as well. That feels like one they'd want to do another season, and then everything else might be limited series.
Honestly, I think my favorite Phase 4 project was Shang-Chi. I actually really enjoyed that.
It's up there for me for sure. It's in my top 3, maybe top 4. I liked Shang-Chi. That wasn't this year, was it? That was last year, right?
It was 2021, yeah.
Okay, yeah. What about you guys? Were you guys a fan of Shang-Chi?
I haven't watched it, but I heard it's good.
Rex?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I thought it was such a fresh breath of air for
Yeah, it was
Marvel.
one of those test subjects that I was talking about.
Sure, yeah, 100%. And I love that we can now do that. Not everything kind of has to be set in the same genre. We are, dipping into different aspects and different genres. We got we got the horror movie, and we got the spy thriller coming up, and we got the sitcom comedy type thing with She-Hulk, and I think that's all just really cool. She-Hulk also this year, I don't know if we talked about that earlier, I enjoyed She-Hulk quite a bit. I thought it was not my favorite, but I thought it was a good time.
They kind of like the one joke that I just laughed my butt off and almost fell on my chair was the fact that they like talked about the fact that he literally changed his appearance. because Edward Norton was the Hulk in the MCU.
Yeah.
With Tony Stark being teased at the very end and
Sure.
and all that, and and they literally like, I was a very different person back then, literally.
Literally, yeah.
I heard something where like the writers thought about trying to get him to make a cameo. I don't know how that would have went.
I would laugh my butt off then too, because that would be like, hey, you look familiar. It was like staring at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, that is true. You know the in the She-Hulk series is it going to be a season 2?
Of what?
She-Hulk.
It's a limited series.
We haven't heard anything
Okay.
yet, but I think the consensus is it's probably a one and done.
Okay.
Yep, like WandaVision.
Well, in the series finale, when they were in the backyard and Jen and Matt were holding hands, and then Bruce walked in with his son.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That was originally going to be Ed Norton. Was
Oh,
the
really?
rumor. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Where did I see that comment from Robert? Secret Wars is going to be Endgame on steroids, and everyone is going to be in it or variants of it. I'm going to be curious because do y'all think that Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty can live up to the hype that was Infinity War and Endgame? Because
It's very possible.
I'm going to predict it right now. It's going to make $2 billion. Both of them. Because if you think about it, the MCU has only grown up. Like if you watch Avengers, they made like $1 billion in the box office. It started to grow in Avengers: Age of Ultron. We started to get closer to $2 billion in Infinity War, and then Endgame, $2 billion. So I mean,
I actually have a question. Do you guys think like the 3 Spider-Mans are gonna be in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Maybe.
Because
I don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like Toby and Andrew might actually be in this movie. I do think they want to be in this movie. I don't know, like, it'd be very possible.
I kind of, for me, I kind of want them to. I think, for me, them coming back in No Way Home was a great way to jumpstart their movies. So I kind of want them to have their Spider-Man 4 and Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 3, to happen.
I would be curious because I think, like 3 years ago, I would have said that would never happen. But now that we have introduced variants and now that we have introduced like these what if stories, I think it could happen. How would you feel? Let me ask you this: how would you feel if we did like an animated series, or even an animated movie on like the what if format of just like what happened after Andrew and Toby kind of like go back or whatever?
It would kind of be interesting. I'm not too keen of falling back on animation to kind of like fill in holes. I kind of like to leave that to the movies. Though No Way Home didn't like tease a lot, but they definitely teased Andrew Garfield's movies, and he pretty much said he didn't hold back on his punches. So just saying that, he flat out killed someone. Because the only thing he fought was a rhino mech at the very end. So him not pulling his punches anymore, he flat out killed someone. Because there isn't because he didn't fight any aliens or he's like, I want to fight an alien. You guys are so cool. And then Tobey Maguire, goes off of the fact that he's the amazing Spider-Man. He goes, "You're amazing. Just think about it. Just say amazing. You're amazing." I'm like, that's breaking the fourth wall there. But yeah.
Kata said, "I think Toby and Andrew will be in Across the Spider-Verse, not Secret Wars. I will be shocked if they don't make a cameo in Across the Spider-Verse."
Well, from where it seems like, sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, from where it seems like every Spider-Man in existence is in Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, we're doing a whole trilogy about like Spider-Verses. It would make no sense for me to not to include all the live action ones. It just makes sense to me. So that's not a surprise. What I do wish they would keep secret though, is Spectacular being there and also PS4 being there. I wish they would have saved that for the movie itself, because those characters would be so cool to experience in a theater. Robert asked, "Do you think PS4 Spider-Man will have lines in Across the Spider-Verse?" And I really hope so. I love Yuri so much.
What's kind of I kind of want a live action. I get that animation. There's more less limitations of the Cross the Spider universe, but the concept of it is pretty. It's movie worthy. It's live action movie worthy. Though I don't see if they if for instance if they made a live action, the first Spider-Man live action, I don't think he would be like flat out mind blown because all he could do was just stick to walls. I forget the actor who played him. It was like 1940 something. First Spider-Man. I'm looking him up.
Is there any like certain Spider-Man that like you guys want to see? Some like obscure version of the character?
I would actually like to see the Ultimate and
That'd be cool.
The one with when he went to another universe. He wore like a black suit with a red hoodie on the back.
Scarlet Spider?
No, it was still Peter.
Oh.
It's going to drive me. The symbiotes like went to another universe, and I think Flash Thompson was like a Marine on that Earth or something. And he rented, Peter Parker rented an apartment from a single mom with a kid.
Oh, Unlimited.
Unlimited?
Yeah, I think that's when he goes to a different dimension because he tries to save J. Jonah Jameson's son.
Yeah. That's the one. I would like to see that.
LBM has asked us if any of us has seen the new Puss in Boots. Has anyone seen it?
I haven't seen
no,
Puss in Boots
unfortunately,
since
I'm
Shrek.
not.
I've heard it's phenomenal. Like, I've heard it's like really good for a Puss in Boots movie. I was gonna go the other day, but I couldn't get out. But I will. I will definitely see it because I hear it's phenomenal.
The first I just looked him up. The first actor to play Spider-Man was Nicholas Hammond, and he's 72 years old. So he would literally blow his mind if he saw the Tobey Maguire one. And
Yeah. I know. I don't think this is common knowledge, but it might be. But James Cameron was set to direct a Spider-Man movie, so I think it would be really cool to see that interpretation of Spider-Man that never saw the light of day.
James Cameron kind of dissed Marvel, so I don't see them.
Well, it wouldn't be Marvel; it would be Sony. But yeah.
Well, it's still like Marvel.
True.
Disney owns Marvel. And I'm like, if it like within a whim or something, Disney can snap their fingers and your avatars are gone.
True. Yeah.
They can Thanos snap you.
Yeah.
Isn't it like funny though? They like the look of that $1 billion box office money.
Like, just because you made a really good, unique avatar back in 2009 doesn't give you the right to like this, art projects.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's like superheroes are not like real movies, and all the actors are fake. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. He said that Marvel characters are immature teenagers.
yeah, I'm like Chris
What?
Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
I want to see. I don't even know what it is, but I want to see. I think it's like a Saturday Night Live skit, but it's with like Jack Black as Spider-Man. I want to see. Give me Jack Black Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse.
And had those crazy eyebrows. The one thing I would say about the MCU Spider-Man, I really like the animatronic eyes to
Yeah.
have the feelings and emotions that you don't usually see. All you kind of get is the camera visual to saying like Tobey Maguire when he would punch his hand to Sandman for the third one. You didn't see his reaction. You couldn't see his facial reaction, but you felt it when he said, "Oh boy." And fun fact: Spider-Man never cusses, so it's kind of the farthest he will go is "Oh boy."
Yeah.
But then you have Tom Holland Spider-Man, and he's like, "What the?" Like, do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Because she's like right there, and she said it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole face grab at the end of Far From Home was hilarious. Like,
Yeah. I was like, is he about to curse? And then it cut away.
and then Stargirl does it too, and I'm like, that's a nod to Marvel. Because at the end of Stargirl season 2, she opens the door and the Kramers are there, and the Crocs, and she's like, what the and then the title card comes up saying, teasing the season 3 is the friendlies.
So as we're heading towards kind of the end of the stream, we talked about everything we kind of liked from 2022, all of our movies and shows. Now we're going into a new year. I'm very excited. What are some of the things that you guys are really excited going into 2023? Anyone
Like
can
movies
go.
and shows?
Yeah, movies, shows, books, whatever you're maybe just really excited to see and going into the next year.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a game I'm really looking forward to, and Marvel Spider-Man 2, and
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
And yeah, for that's the games. For the movies, I'm really looking forward to Quantumania and the Marvels, and are there any DC movies coming out next year?
Next year, we actually have 4 DC movies if everything still happens. We have The Flash, maybe, who knows. We have Blue Beetle, we have Aquaman 2, and we have one more. Which one am I forgetting? Shazam 2 as well. That's it.
Yeah.
If everything comes
one
out.
I'm really looking forward to.
Yes, I agree. That's one of my most anticipated for next year's for sure.
Shazam, the one movie that I'm going to see no matter what is Shazam, because it's still, even though it's a DCEU project, it's still as far away from the actual DCEU. He hasn't crossed over, so for me he's still separate. They can actually keep him, Let's see. Flash. Will never probably watch it in theaters. I'm going to flat out say it, but I'm going to watch it for only two reasons: Sasha Calle and Michael Keaton. That's the only reasons. I'll watch it on DVD because of them. I know that they're like hoping for like a big budget movie. I'm like, no. Yeah, he kind of ruined that for you guys.
Yeah, that's a very. I'm gonna be so curious what that box office
They
looks
kind
like.
of ruined it for you guys, even though that's politically correct. Or Ezra Miller.
Well, that movie has such like an upward climb because not only do you have all the controversy, but June is such like an insane month because you also have Transformers that month, you have a new Pixar movie that month, you have Indiana Jones that month, you have at least one other thing that I can't think of. The end of May, you also have Guardians of the Galaxy, you have Into the Spider-Verse. Like there's so much like around those like 3 or 4 weeks leading up to it. That's so insane. So I'm gonna be curious what that box office movie looks like.
And Black Adam for me was a 9 out of 10. For me, uh, it only didn't work in the box office because they literally did something stupid and put it against Black Panther. If they didn't do that, it would actually be pretty profitable.
And not to mention The Rock saying the only reason to watch it was for the Superman cameo.
Yeah. And if they didn't tease that, or or pretty much anything, or show it to the fans before it got released in theaters, and or cut out the cameo at the end and show them the entire movie, and then leave the cameo completely out of it until the actual theoretical release, would have helped profit it.
Sure.
Should I go next, I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
So for the first movie, Ant-Man, of course, Ant-Man, the next Ant-Man movie, I'm excited for that one, of course. What else? We got Shazam. I'm excited for that one. We got Scream 6. That was another movie I'm actually excited for. Creek, the third Creek movie.
I'm really excited for that too.
We got Blue Beetle. My man Sholo. I'm excited to see him. What else? I guess that's basically it. That's all I remember.
Sure. There's a lot I'm excited for. Of course, all the superhero movies that we've already mentioned. Blue Beetle, Spider-Verse, Guardians 3. I'm excited for all those, definitely. And then on my animation side of things, I'm very excited for the new Disney movie Wish, which is like celebrating the 100 years at Disney. Very excited for that. Like you said, Creed 3. Very excited for that. Mario. Weirdly enough, I'm very excited to see what Mario does. John Wick 3. Very excited what John Wick does. The Marvels, I guess. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for Miss Marvel. I think that's kind of where I'm at with that movie.
The Marvels, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Miss Marvel to come back and to meet her hero. And Barbie, of course. I mean, we have to mention Barbie. Come on.
What the heck?
I still don't know what that movie is.
It looks like cinema. I'm so excited.
It's have you ever heard the song Aqua, Barbie Girl? It's kind of like that. Just in put in a movie. I mean,
also not to mention, we are all excited for Gotham Knights.
We'll see.
Oh, over my dead body.
That's. Oh man, I'm excited for the week of that comes out. I think we'll have some interesting discussions.
I will be.
I can't forget the Flash season 9. What? Okay.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Flash season 9. Red Death.
Oh, it completely skipped my mind. The Penguin series.
Is that next year? Is that confirmed for next year? It might be. Hopefully. I hope so.
I was like, I've been a Danny DeVito fan since Michael Keaton, the Penguin. But this new guy, I forget his actor name, but he plays the Penguin in the Batman, and he
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell. He flat out just made that character unique. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, and the fact that he barely broke character. He had to wear that suit nearly almost 24/7 while filming, because it was a he should get an Oscar for that role.
Yeah, the Batman. I watched half of it. I never finished it, but the Joker scene. That scene I just found like purely stupid in my opinion, because like it just felt shoved in there at very last minute.
It's a deleted scene too.
Oh, is it? I thought there was a
Yeah.
post-credit scene.
No, it's a
No,
deleted
they
scene.
no.
Oh, okay.
Wait, are
Yeah.
you talking about the one with the what's it called? The Joker and the Riddler?
No. This he was actually talking to Batman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
that
through-
one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, okay, I understand.
It's a deleted scene.
Yeah, never mind.
The one that isn't a deleted scene is they don't show his face, and he's in a cage, because if they show his face, they can't change it in the future. So
They gotta set the Joker up for a future movie. So
and they gotta say that he exists, because if there's no Joker, it's little to Batman has little to do.
I'm kind
I-
of sick of the Joker. But,
Yeah, I love the Joker, but I could do with a trilogy without him.
It's
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
I think there's only been 2, 3. Well, I mean, the only one that really tarnished the Joker's impersonation his character is from the Suicide Squad. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto literally did not make the Joker appealing. The only one that really made the Joker popular was Heath Ledger. May you rest in peace and all that.
I kind of feel bad for Jared Leto, because I mean, I'm not a big fan of that actor. He's done some possible not great things, but I also don't think that actor got the chance either to really play the Joker. I think under maybe a different director or some different circumstances at DC, maybe he could have been a good Joker, but it's one of those things we'll never really know.
Honestly, the Zack Snyder's Justice League made his Joker feel more better, which is kind of funny, because they didn't actually leave the. It was a green screen room, and he barely moved a muscle, and just with that whole scene, that was better than the Suicide Squad. So for me, it was kind of he got better. Lex Luthor got worse, because I do not like Jesse Eisenberg's take on Lex Luthor. It felt too crazy. I mean, I get he's a mad genius, but he doesn't show it. His mad genius just is quiet in his brain. You don't hear it. The whole jittering talk, the nut, you see a screw loose. You don't see that in actually the real Lex Luthor. Like Michael Rosenbaum. You don't see that in his Lex Luthor or any Lex Luthor.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, Lex Luthor and Joker are the two that are like the normal big bads of the certain characters, and I would like them to. There's so many big bads. Pick something else.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah,
was gonna
definitely.
say something. I feel like for Batman 2, I think the villain will be Mr. Freeze.
I would love that. I would love Mr. Freeze.
It'll be one up. If he does a cold joke, I'm done. Because I mean Arnold Schwarzenegger was pretty good, but the fact that he's like just chill. I'm like, what the heck? It's so campy. There was like so many like plant jokes and weather jokes. Even Batman had campy jokes. Like he like pulled out his credit card and shows it on the screen. I'm like, what the heck? Never leave the cape without it.
Are you guys excited for Superman Lois? I know that's coming up. I know there's been a lot of
Yeah.
controversy with that show, but I'll be honest, I've been rewatching some like reactions and stuff like this past week. I'm so excited for season 3. I want it back.
Force.
Well, yeah, I'm excited, of course, but I do think season 2 had some problems.
I agree.
But yeah, I'm excited. 100%.
I think. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
Yeah, no. I definitely agree. I didn't like season 2 as much as season 1, but I still think it's pretty good. Like, I still think it's solid season of television, great moments. And I think after everything was getting canceled, I just felt like so grateful for the show still being on the air, still getting it, to tell another story. So I'm really excited for that. What were you saying?
Oh, just that I'm still kind of bitter about them not like being on Earth Prime.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely going to be I think there's definitely like a bad taste in my mouth, of course, but
it ruined, the whole finale. That one line just ruined the entire finale for me. So I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but for me, I honestly think Bizarro kind of, if you kind of compare the actual big bad with Parasite with Bizarro was better.
Yeah, I didn't know why. Wait, did they kill him off? I forgot.
Yeah, they killed him
did,
off.
yeah.
That's probably the most stupid decision I ever.
Not really.
I
think it should have happened in the finale, and he should actually been the big bad of this finale instead of Parasite.
They should have swapped Parasite and Bizarro. I think Parasite should have been the first half. Then maybe Bizarro comes in, kills her or whatever, and then he's our villain for the rest of the season.
That would have been better, actually.
Yeah.
I would say, the one scene that I did not expect to be seen on a Superman show is for TV is Bizarro, like literally, like super fled into the room and literally twisted the girl's head, and you actually see it. I'm like, what the heck? That's a little too personal.
When I saw that, I was just sitting there shocked, bro.
I'm like, this is like Man of Steel right now, because he did that to Zod, and they actually showed the twisted head. I'm like, what the heck? Kids are watching the show.
Robert said Clark punching 2 Earths and realities apart was super comic booky. It was, and I low-key loved it.
Yeah, that was great.
I really loved that. That whole scene for me like made the finale better, but it's still, it's that line just overshadowed everything.
Sure.
I'm like, you've been teasing this for 2 years that he's on Earth Prime, and you didn't go through with it.
Yeah.
Just like Green Lantern.
Yeah, the whole, they had the same exact backstory from everything. He's wearing the same clothes. He's married to the same girl.
Yeah.
He's, obviously that's, so that they don't retcon anything, but, he's at the DEO where the DEO is specifically, for aliens and stuff and superpowered people, and they literally said there's no superpowered people, so why is there a DEO? I mean, the only alien is Clark, and he's a good guy. So
does that mean Supergirl doesn't exist?
Yes and no. She doesn't exist now, but she could be there.
Okay.
If they want to bring her back, I would happily suggest Laura Vandervoort, to come back as the role. It would be kind of a nostalgia for her Smallville character. Um, I would also be happy to see Melissa Benoist. She was Tyler Hood Chandler's Supergirl, so I mean they have chemistry. Laura Vandervoort, however, was on Earth 38 as Indigo, so it'll be kind of unique to see a different, because there's still the Arrowverse. It's just not the Arrowverse. It's an extended part of the Arrowverse, undisclosed Earth
Yeah.
in the multiverse. So it's still attached, just not attached to Earth
Sure.
Prime.
I think like it really sucked, and like I was really upset when it happened. But I think looking back at everything, it was probably its best chance of like survival. With everything that we have going on, and with what happened to some of these shows. I think it being on its own, I think does help its chances of like going to. I don't think it would, but like let's say it gets canceled next year, I think that up its chance of like going
Getting picked
to
up.
Amazon Prime or Netflix or something like that. I don't think it would, but I think it has better chance than it would have being connected to
I
a bunch
would
of other projects.
love it to go on a mature site like Amazon Prime and HBO and stuff like that, because there's some things that you can actually do with a mature site that you can't do with TV. Like there's a lot less, more censored stuff, and you have a kind of better effects, stuff like that. More, they're limited what they can show, how they can show it, and I would, even though they like updated the whole flying effect that they do on Super and Lois, which is awesome. I was like, Supergirl can break the sound barrier. Why only are we seeing this in season 1? She's like lost power in season 2 all the way up to the finale. I'm like, and then the fact that they made Superman less powerful too. I'm like, I get that fact because it's not his show, but but he's Superman. He's been Superman for like 20 years, so you would think he wouldn't get his butt kicked by a newbie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's as soon as you went on to Superman Lois, I'm like, get ready, this is gonna be sick, because now he's not like it's his show. He has to be the star. He has to be the one that kicks butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he fought like Supergirl again for round 2, she would lose because it's his show, unless they be like, let Supergirl win because in the comics she won.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. People were mad that he lost to Supergirl on her show. It's her show. You can't have her lose on her show.
Yeah, I mean, like, if she lost, then she can't be the the hero of her own show.
Right.
It's also like, I doubt he was at 100% either. Like, he was being mind controlled. He's probably out of it. Like
they said this is how it kind of even though that he was out of it on Silver K, he wasn't holding back, and he said that he wasn't holding back.
Yeah, I don't fully buy that. But even like in the comics, Supergirl is stronger too. Like,
do you know
female
why?
Kryptonians are stronger than male Kryptonians, if I understand correctly.
It's actually because the fact that she has more. She was older when she left. She came to Earth when she was like 7. She was older, a lot older. She was kind of like
12. She was 12.
Yeah, she was 12, and the fact that she was trapped for so many years too. Helped her chances of being stronger, but she doesn't hold back. She hasn't had that growing up and learning how to control her powers that Superman has. So the reason she's stronger is because she doesn't hold back. She never holds back.
She doesn't hold her punches.
Yeah, she like wow. But the one time that I saw Superman lose his cool was when he was fighting Mongrel or Darkseid in the animation one, where he just full on lets loose. And I'm like, goodbye, city. Because you saw the shock waves of his punches, and I'm like, what the heck? He's holding back like 20,000 times. I was like, you can take it, big guy, huh? It was like, I literally lost my cool. I was like, I was trying, I don't get excited very much with the Superman, but that was pretty exciting to see him just full on smackdown with Darkseid or Mongrel, I think it was. But yeah, he, that it was kind of cool seeing how far he held back.
Have you seen Superman? I think it's called Superman All-Star.
Yeah.
This group of villains turns Superman, or they think they turn him evil, and he like rips them apart. But it's all for like a show to make sure that they think he's bad, to capture them. But he went ballistic. Like, to think that like he has restraint, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, wrap all that up. We kind of went on a tangent there. I'm excited for Superman and Lois. Also, we're heading towards the end. I did want to mention I don't know if anyone else is really excited. I'm excited for next month, the Last of Us show over on HBO. I'm so excited for that. Yes,
I am too. People are like bagging on the girl that they cast as Ellie. I think she's gonna do a phenomenal job.
Yeah. She was great in Game of Thrones. She's gonna do great here. We also have to think, in my opinion, an adaptation doesn't have to be identical. She can look a little different. It's fine. Right. It's not gonna kill us. Yeah. I think casting all around has got a little bit of flack, but I think both Ellie and Joel are just great casting.
I actually was kind of fortunate to not see those comments, because I hate when people diss on kids, because that's not. Oh yeah. That's not
Well, she's not really a kid.
Well, I mean, still, she's a teenager. But young actresses.
But no, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah,
no, they went full blooded on this girl who was in Leia in the.
I hated that.
Obi-Wan oh my gosh,
that broke my heart.
I was like,
oh my god,
are you for serious?
Yeah,
are you not human?
That was disgusting.
I know the WandaVision kids got a lot of bullying too, and I just don't understand it.
I don't understand what people's mentality is.
Yeah,
and I really hope that James Gunn and the people behind DC protect this new Superman, because if he gets death threats on a daily basis, there's gotta be some sort of
The first 3 or 4 years is going to be so toxic, and I'm really not looking forward to it. Eventually, this is going to become people's Superman. This is going to become people's Batman or Wonder Woman or whatever. But getting there is going to be. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm not. I know it's coming, but I don't want to know it's coming.
like Tom Holland. I feel like that a lot. It was backlash against Tom Holland, but now everyone loves him as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always found it hilarious that he actually predicted what he's doing.
Yeah.
He said when he was 12 that if you could be a superhero, what would it be? And he was like, "Oh, Spider-Man." And 10 years later, he becomes Spider-Man. then like a few years back, he was like, "What kind of game do you like?" "Oh, I love Uncharted."
Yeah.
It was Uncharted. And then he's like, "I would love to have a scene with WandaVision. I think she's hot." And then like Endgame, she has a scene with him.
Or like when you said it, my celebrity crush is Zendaya, and now it's reportedly they're engaged. So
Who?
Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm happy for them and all that, and but I don't like to pry into their like relationship because
Well, I just heard it because it was on the news. So
I was fortunate not to know. I mean, I'm fully happy with them.
yeah,
I kind of knew that was going to happen because if you Tobey Maguire had a thing with Kristen Dunst and Andrew Garfield had a thing with Emma Watson. If you're Spider-Man, you fall in love with the MJ of that universe.
Yep. Yeah, but no, I don't really understand why people pry into other people's business.
I think, kind of going back to our conversation a couple minutes ago, I think that there is such a weird disconnect with like criticizing a character and criticizing like an actor. Like there needs to be a split there that I don't think people understand.
Yeah.
I didn't like the backlash of West Allen either. I was completely, upset about that. I think she was the great. I didn't like the behind the scenes stuff either because I was.
Are we talking about the movie or the TV show?
TV show.
Oh.
What's funny is they took the TV show into consideration when they did the Flash of Ezra Miller. So I mean, it ignited something, but
No.
the behind the scenes, it was Kanan's Patton revealed that during the early season she couldn't find a hairdresser, and the studio didn't want to pay for a professional hairdresser for I can't exactly say it, but yeah, they couldn't find a Pacific hairdresser that knows how to do her hair, and she had to do it off in California and stuff like that. I mean, they didn't want to waste money or whatnot on hairdressers and whatnot because they had one. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about behind the scenes. I was, she, I guess, only could reveal it when the show ended or is going to end. But yeah, it was kind of, but I did not like the fact that the Flash did not protect her with the backlash. And the fact that she forced them to follow her. She had to force them. It wasn't, we're happy to have you aboard and all that. They literally were forced to, follow her by her lawyer. Which I didn't like. And then also the fact that I think the Flash, the people that run Twitter and Facebook, when she died on the show, I'm doing air quotations because she didn't really die. Iris, when she her birthday came up, so they were wishing, they wished her happy birthday, and then deleted the post. So I'm kind of like,
I remember that.
Wow.
I was like, what the heck? You just ignited fire right there.
Yeah, that same shit happened. Oh, can I curse on stream?
Yeah, if it's basic cursing, I don't care too much.
Okay.
Yeah, that same shit happened to Cat Graham on Vampire Set.
Yeah. And also,
I know Starfire on Titans has recently come out and said there's been some difficulties with the lighting team. They told her she talked to them about wanting better lighting on her character, and they basically said, well, we need to focus on the white actors first. Uh,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
yeah, it's definitely an issue in the industry.
Yeah.
I did,
Um,
however, liked Obi-Wan Kenobi. He literally did a live stream when he found out that
oh yeah, that was great.
That was awesome.
yeah, that was like, oh, thank you for finally. I this is the backup that I'm talking about with actors.
Yeah,
I'm like, thank you. And he goes, you're not really a Star Wars fan if you come out and do
Sure.
this.
I'm like, finally,
yes,
someone said it.
someone actually said it. And
Yes.
wow. I was like, this is great.
now it was debunked that we're not getting the roadmap the 6th, but we do know we're getting it sometime next month, which is kind of insane. James Gunn's like roadmap to whatever, or whatever our next several projects are. It's just so insane, like how fast things are moving.
Yeah,
Like,
it's easy to get debunked if you hype it up enough, because as soon as James Gunn sees it, he's going to comment on it.
I love that.
I
We're
love
going to
that
get like
DC finally has a person like that.
He guns it down.
Yeah.
like
Pun
DC
intended.
rumors are going to go extinct, and I love that.
Yeah, I'm loving the. I'm like, you posted a Twitter about guns, Gunverse. I'm like, it's already called the DCU, so there is no need for a
I
Gunverse.
tweeted that because like almost like 4 tweets like in a row, I heard people call it like the Gunverse. I'm like, we can't do this. That name sucks.
Yeah,
That's as bad as the CW verse. No, thank you.
Oh, don't get me started with that. And also, I hate the new motto. I'm like, Dare to Defy was better because it targeted.
What's the new motto?
It's love.
It's like dare to love, dare to change,
Dare to
or
love,
something.
love, dare to love, dare to change. I'm like, you just dared to change the entire motto.
Wow.
I'm like, Dare to Defy can let any actor of any race, color, sexual orientation, Christian, all that, to act on the CW. Dare to love and dare to change. Kind of, you only hire hot actors. It's a set standard, and you will. And the reason why I think that Sarah's story in season 2 was brought up and then like written off like super quick is because of Nexstar. Because
are we talking about Superman Lois, Sarah?
Yeah, Superman Lois.
Okay.
That whole Sarah story where she kissed a girl.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was super fast because the fact that Nexstar.
I actually was rewatching that episode this morning when she did that, and I was like, that never really went nowhere, did it?
No, it was like quick and done, and then the whole forgiving was quick and done. I'm like, for me personally, she cheated. I can't,
I wonder
I can't
if they
forgive that easily.
I wonder if they did that to compare her to her father, because her father also cheated that season, and maybe it was like a way of showing, okay, this is how you come out and you tell your loved ones what you did, compared to what Kyle did, where he kept it a secret and he kept it from his wife and stuff like that. So I wonder if that was what they went with. But it felt weird. I wish they would have done something else with that.
The comparison with that just felt off because the fact that Jordan never cheated on her. So for it to be compared, Jordan would have to cheat on her. But it's reverse with her. She's the one that cheated. and the fact that her father cheated and got like kicked out of the house.
Yeah.
It's bad to cheat. And she the whole thing that she's all safe and cozy, all that, and she's not like, it just felt like she didn't learn a lesson or whatever about cheating.
I think it's a weird situation for me because like she did cheat, but I also think she handled it the right way.
At least
and, like,
she was honest.
She is 16 and she's learning. And I like as a 16-year-old, I can't think of a better way of handling it than being like, "Hey, I kissed this girl. I like this is what happened. Just lay it all on the table." And I think she handled it right.
And the Jordan reveal was, I actually liked it more than actually him just going flat out telling her. I'm like, don't do the Lana thing where it's like, blah, 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 blah,
Oh wow, yeah.
the whole, will they, won't they? They shan't. They shan't. For
The
like
thing
7
that
seasons.
The thing that I'm happy about is that they never did the Clark and John and Lois like love triangle shit.
John, oh yeah. No, I don't like love triangles because they're like super. They did it in Smallville. They're like, with Smallville, it was Clark, Chloe, and Lana, and then it was Clark, Lana, and
Lois.
But that was season 8 only because he didn't really see that in her in 4 through 7. He started to like her in season 8, and the whole dancing. Then Lana comes in, and then you have 5 episodes of Klana again.
Lex and Lana's relationship is still weird to me.
I never liked that either.
And if you watch Smallville and then watch Crisis, you will hate that scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, the reason for him not being with Lana is that she's kryptonite, filled with kryptonite, and now he's human.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get, I'm glad that he stick with Lois, but I'm like,
Yeah.
you just flat out like retconned everything. And the whole 10 years of him trying to accept his destiny and become Superman, only to give it up 15 years later.
Thrown out the window.
I'm like, it better be like blue kryptonite, because if he does gold, I'm done. I don't like Earth 157. I'm like, for me personally, I don't think that's Smallville's Earth. I think it's a variant of the Earth. I think the Smallville Earth is something else entirely, because I choose to believe that he's still Superman. Just like he was Cain and Lucifer in Earth 666.
He was so good.
Yeah. I was like, he's so good playing bad. Because you never see it coming until it's coming. And that evil maniacal laugh at the end when you're dying, that was like awesome.
That was awesome, yeah.
And then I've never I really enjoyed the Brothers of Arms. The episode is 314, where he comes against Amenadel, and he finds out that he put the mark on him, and the line that gets me every time is the fact that he's like, "I'm gonna finally kick your angelic ass." I was like, "What?" I have never seen Tom Welling just flat out cuss before. I'm like, that line delivered. I was like, I was in awe.
Yeah.
I was like impressed.
3 dubs. I just want to say I really enjoy your edits.
Thanks. What was your favorite?
The one about Supergirl and iCarly.
Supergirl and iCarly. Oh yeah, the iCarly intro with
Yes. Yeah.
I tend to only make one version, and when I make another version, it's version 2. So I have I can pretty much remember everything I do.
Awesome.
Because I only do it once.
Cool.
There's a lot of versions of Friends that I do, Friend styles. I do a lot of versions of Smallville edits too.
Wait.
Yeah, Smallville. I watched a clip of this YouTuber put the Smallville theme song with Stargirl,
Yeah.
and it just like it was awesome. That song goes with like any show.
Yes, pretty much any show. And I had to, I thought outside the box when I did the whole Star transition of the scenes because, Stargirl. So I had to make it kind of unique to her. So I made little tweaks in there to make it more Stargirly with Smallville as the foundation. So I used that.
Awesome.
With Titans, I did Lightning because on the title cards of Titans, there's Lightning. So I used that as a kind of to mirror the show to give a little Titans in the Smallville intro. Legends, I did the futuristic flares that they do on the show, like lens flares. They like went nuts on that. So I was like, let's do flares for the intro for to give it some. I mean, and then the Flash, I do. I haven't fully done the Flash effect where they kind of like there's the speed kind of thing that they do. I've been I've been tweaking with Flash Freak's intro, so I finally made it to where he punches glass and goes through a bunch of glass. I used the scene of season 6, episode 1, where he goes into the black hole
Awesome.
as the thing where he punches into glass and he goes through it.
Awesome.
So I finally did that. I was like, I'm super proud of that. I'm like, I'm self-taught. I didn't learn this. The reason why I know how to do Smallville is because I dissected that intro over 1,000 times, trying to figure out how they do it. And if you've seen my video, my first one, it sucks compared to now. Like I finally figured it out. I mean, it's so easy to do the season 1, 2, 3 versions of Smallville, but doing the season 5, I was completely like lost. I'm like, what did the heck did they do? And I found out it's layers. It's just layers of layers.
Wow.
I think the longest layers I had was like 8 layers. I'm like, okay, I finally figured it out. It's super easy now. But I didn't have the technology to do it. I had to do like frame by frame one time to do all the to do the scenes like where I have to cut out the face. So I did the toughest thing possible. I had like 300 photos and hand kind of colored all their faces out, so it kind of like it looks like a moving GIF, but without the background. So I kind of did that, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can't do this every time. So luckily, there's an AI thing that on my video editing now that just does it automatically, so I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm like, yes, it saves time, but it costs money. So it's a progress. I started without. Funny enough, I started with photos, went to GIFs, went to videos, found out how to grab actual episodes, and then figured out how to edit and all that, and then use kind of like beats. I sometimes I use scenes to mimic the song title. But I started with my first program was Windows Movie Maker. I upgraded to Windows Live. It was free, and then Windows Live became obsolete, so I had to find something, and I found Wondershare. And then after a bunch of updates, it forced me into Filmora 7. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for it. Filmora 7 went from Filmora 8, from Filmora 9, all the way to Filmora 10, and then now in the 2022, it finally updated to Filmora 12. So, I mean, at least it's like 14 years of my life just flat out in editing.
Well, yeah, you made great edits.
Yeah, I started when I was 9, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 30, almost 30 now.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
All right.
it takes a lot.
On that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Thanks for having me. I hope I
Oh
can
yeah,
do this
absolutely.
again.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. 3Dubs, CVO, and Rex for joining me. 3Dubs, all his channel is linked down below. I will add CVO and Rex's Twitter, and if you want me to add any YouTube or anything like that, I can do that off. Just let me know. But thank you. This was our last stream of the year. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Everyone has a happy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day,
Yes.
and a happy New Year's just in general. We'll hopefully be back more consistently next year with these streams. I've been having a lot of fun with them. You guys seem to be enjoying them.
It's a lot of
but
fun, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. But I will see you guys on the flip side. Let's press end.
Okay, bye.
Bye.